friends! So this week we've been talking a lot about our emotions and the different ways that we feel. Like when I'm happy, I like to smile, and when I'm angry, sometimes I like to take deep breaths to help me calm down. Sometimes when I'm upset, I like a big hug, or I like to eat something that I know will help me feel better. The one thing that I love to eat when I'm upset are chocolate chip cookies, especially when they're warm right out of the oven. So today, I'm going to teach you guys how to make my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. So in a recipe, you get a list of ingredients, that's what you use to make the cookies, and different directions on how to make them. So for our ingredients today, we're going to have flour, salt, sugar, light brown sugar, baking soda, butter, eggs, vanilla, and chocolate chips. Now, different things that you're going to use today to make these chocolate chip cookies are half of a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 1/3 of a cup, half of a cup, 1 cup, a whisk, a spatula, a microwave safe bowl, a mixing bowl, and a baking sheet. Alright guys, are you excited? Are you ready to start baking some cookies? So the first thing you have to do before you bake is wash your hands. So let's go do that. Now that my hands are clean, we can check the first step in our recipe. So first, we have to melt half of a cup of butter. So right here I have my stick of butter. 1 stick of butter is half of a cup. So I'm going to unwrap this. And put it in my microwave safe bowl. Now you guys can have a parent walk over to a microwave and heat this up for 30 seconds. And now you wait. Okay everyone, it's been 30 seconds and I have my melted butter right here. So I'm going to pour that right into my mixing bowl. Just like that. Now I can set that aside. Next on the recipe, we need to add our regular sugar and our brown sugar. So first we need 1/3 of a cup of regular sugar. So I have my 1/3 of a cup. And I'm going to take my sugar, and now you guys can try this, or you can have a parent's help. But you're going to pour in 1/3 of a cup of sugar, just like that. So now I have the sugar in the bowl. Next, I need to add half of a cup of light brown sugar. So I have my light brown sugar right here. I gotta take it out of the box. And now I'm gonna take my half of a cup and I'm going to pour in some light brown sugar. Do you guys think that's full all the way? I think I can add a little bit more. Woo! Sometimes it can get messy, but that's okay. All right, so now I have my brown sugar. I'm gonna pour that in. So now I have those 3 ingredients, and I'm going to take my whisk and mix it together. So just like that. So now my mixture looks like this. So now I'm going to take 1 egg. So I'm going to grab my eggs right here. I'm going to take 1 egg out, okay? Let's see. 1 egg. So now, I'm going to move this over so you can see it. I'm going to crack this egg on the bowl. So you guys can try this on your own, or you can have your parent do it for you, okay? There we go. Plop. All right. So we have 1 egg, so you can go ahead and mix that in too. And now when that's all nice and mixed in, we'll look at our recipe and we see next is vanilla extract. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I have that right here, and I have my 1 teaspoon. Now when you guys open this, I want you to take a smell of it, okay? It's my favorite smell. It's so yummy. All right, so you're gonna pour in 1 teaspoon, so you can measure that out. And then go ahead and pour it right on in, just like that. Now you can mix that together too. Okay, now we have to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So I have my baking soda right here. I'm gonna grab my 1/2 teaspoon and I'm gonna pull out 1 scoop of baking soda and see how it's nice and level on the top and it's flat. So you can go ahead and pour that in. And now I'm gonna mix that in too. Do a lot of mixing. Okay, next I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and get some salt. Measure that out. There we go, just like that. I'm gonna pour that in and keep mixing. Now, our next step is to slowly mix in the flour. So we need 1.5 cups of flour. That's a lot. So I'm gonna mix in 1/2 cup first. So see how I'm leveling out the flour again. There we go, we have 1/2 cup. I'm gonna pour that in. Okay, now I'm gonna mix that all together. All right, so now we have 1 cup left. So I'm gonna take a big scoop of this. I might pour it out, that might be easier. All right, there we go. We have 1 cup of flour. So now I'm gonna pour this in little by little since it's so much. So I'll pour in about that much, and now I'm gonna keep mixing. It might get a little bit harder to mix, so if you want a parent's help, that's totally fine. All right, that's all mixed in. So I'm gonna pour in a little bit more and keep on going. All right, our last bit. You can even mix it with your hands if you guys want to. Just make sure they're clean. Ooh. All right, so once that is all mixed in, you're gonna tap off as much of the dough as you can. Okay. So finally, the most important ingredient in chocolate chip cookies are chocolate chips. So I'm gonna put 1 cup of chocolate chips, just like that, right into there. And I'm going to take this rubber spatula and fold the chocolate into the batter, just like that. Do you guys think it needs more chocolate chips? All right, so keep mixing. Ooh. And once everything is mixed together, what you're gonna do is grab your baking pan and put it right down. And you're gonna give it a spray with some cooking spray. And you're gonna take your tablespoon and scoop up some cookies and roll them into a ball. Let's see how many we can make. So this is 1. 2. 3. Here's 4. Number 5. 6. 7. 8. What number comes after 8? Do you know? It's number 9. So here's number 9. Now number 10. 11. and 12. So now we're going to take our 12 cookies and grab some plastic wrap. So now we're going to take the plastic wrap and cover the cookies. Just like that, okay? And now we're gonna take the cookies and we're gonna put them in the fridge to chill for at least 2 hours. So here we go. Right in there. And then I'm gonna take my phone and set a timer for 2 hours. Okay, I'll see you guys in 2 hours. All right, friends, now that I have about 10 minutes left on my timer, I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now, when the oven's ready and preheated, we can take the cookies out of the fridge and put them in. So soon. All right, everyone, the oven is preheated, so I'm going to take my cookies out of the fridge. Okay, now I forget, how many cookies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of cookies. Okay, so you can take off the plastic wrap. And now you're gonna put the cookies in the oven. And set a timer for 15 minutes. All right, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. Friends, that's my timer. So now we know the cookies are ready to be taken out of the oven. So I'm gonna go get them. Look at that. Ooh. All right. So now comes the hard part. We have to wait 10 minutes for the cookies to cool down a little bit before we eat them, okay? So I'm gonna set another timer and I'll see you guys in 10 minutes, okay? All right, guys, my cookies are all cooled down. I'm gonna take this one, let's see. Ooh, yum. All right, I'm gonna give it a try. So good. All right, guys, I hope you like your cookies. I'll see you later.